Okay, so we have the staff student info macro here, which returns 5,960,835 records, and it shows me that it's as of today since I'm running the macro today. But this data I have currently brings the uh, school year of, yeah, it brings the last year's school year info, because for this macro, if you just look at open the macro, um, here on a different tab, this enrollment file and then this sub-student info CSV file, they belong to the previous school year. Anyway, so I have the sub-student macro working here. This is a formula. It just gives you the subject, teacher status, section length, and subject length. This is just a sorting. No, this one is it's creating a new field called teacher active, and then this is just a logic to check if the teacher is active or no, using a it's a multi-row formula. So I think it's checking the current row with the previous row, I believe. So after this one, the teacher active is just generating yes or no status. We have this filter, and it only takes the teachers who are active. And then when I go here, there is this many records with a no active teacher. And then there's another sort here. This is another multi-row formula. It is updating teacher active field again. And then what is it doing after this formula? After checking the logic, I think it checks one more time if there is any non-active teacher. So when I look at this filter, uh, it just doesn't take anything here. And then filter is again, it tries to filter if there is any, and this one still finds some um, non-active teachers. And then this is the sort. One more time, multi-row formula. It allows you to update the existing field again. So this time it is checking the subject, I think. And then let's see if it finds any inactive teachers. It found again some inactive teachers. And here, this is the sort button. This is another. Okay, and now this still checks if there is any uh, inactive teacher. And then this one is all this many records. And then the false part of the filter still has some teacher active. Now this one, now sums group by email address, section code, subject, and section student count. And it uses a join by email address, by subject code, by section code, and it sorts the data. And then this is a sample method first n rows by student ID, and it's only taking the first row from this table, and it is selected that student ID and subject is selected. This one is a select button. There's another filter here. Uh, subject equals ELA. And then the other ones just get rid of all the other subjects. And then now this connects with somewhere here, but how do I show the connection? This one, where is it going? This one is, okay. This one is actually feeding 3 different things. So that means I'm just going to leave it here now. This part is only checking if the teacher is active. So this one is the progress monitoring file for fall 2 p.m. So here it's just the very first, I think, progress monitoring file from BOY to MOY. And then this one is the benchmark results, student summary fall. And this one, although it comes in a lot of CSVs here. And then this one is a filter composite. If the composite score is null, it's filtering it. And then there are 46 records here. These are where the composite scores are not null. And this one is the auto field. No, it's just data cleansing. This one is auto field. This is progress monitoring, and PM period is BOY to MOY or MOY to EOY. What's in another one? This doesn't really do anything. And then this is the select field. Now this one is categorizing school name, student ID, how many probes did the student receive, progress monitoring period, and the name of the measure. And then now he uses another sigma by the school name, student ID, and then he takes the sum of the total probes and the total monitoring period. And then this one is the cross tab, school, student ID, and then it sums the total probes for each student. And now this is some renaming. Uh, and then this is a benchmark. After the benchmark, he has the filter to get rid of the composite scores are null. And then he got rid of 46 records. Yeah, so he's joining the total number of probes per student. So this is what it is coming from here. Each school student ID total probe numbers. And then this one is the whole benchmark data. We're applying a join here. This join is a matching student ID column by student ID. There's a filter, there's a formula here for the students, PM total probes if, and then this one is if the student took the benchmark, but they haven't given them any probe yet. So we're creating a field called null. And now we're unioning these two information. And now this one is actually, now the data shows school year, and then total probes for each student. Um, This one is the filter, but we won't need it. After we use the union, this is a multi-field formula. And then this multi-field formula is checking, trying to fill the null values. Actually, this text fields, if they are null values, then null. Otherwise, just use their, so it's just assigning some null values here. And then this one is creating a column called grade numeric. If the grade is pre-K, then we're assigning -1. If it is K, then we're assigning 0. And we're creating another column called subject, and we're assigning ELA. This is a select field to adjust some data types. Now, this is what is happening here. There's a lot of joins happening here for the active teachers part. I don't want to go through because there are actually 3 different connections coming and they're constantly joining here. But at the end, I think it's just filtering all the inactive teachers. This one is daytime now, and then this one is PM total probes. This one is the unique button. And then the problem here with the unique is none of them is selected. So what is this unique doing? Is there any data under the non-unique part? Nothing is changing. So there might be a glitch here. So here, yeah, this is, and then whatever, what about here? So if there was nothing selected to check, oh, maybe I didn't see, yes, it is making it unique for benchmark period and composite score. And then there's a select button here again, and there is some changes about the data types and the sizes. And this one is uh, it is creating a new column called new oral language, new risk indicator. And then this one is creating, yeah, these are all the things to, I think, create new columns for each of these measures. And then what are we filtering is great. We're only, let me see the false part of the filter here. Nothing. So this filter doesn't do anything. And then this one is about the assessment grade. We need the district names here. And then composite national norm percentile, letter names. This one is phonic awareness, and for each one. And then the last one here is the teacher name, official teacher name. This is the select button. There's a formula here. So this formula, and then this is the select button again, and this sends the data to the SQL server. And this just part is the, are we combining with something? No, we're just checking the table, and then, yeah, we're just using the field info here and there to check if they're matching exactly. So this will be the workflow for BOY. File, save, check working, and then stop sharing, end.